Back to discussing my scoliosis. It seems like the most severe part of my curve is around my heart. So I wanted your input about heart chakras, heart center. Could it have been like a closing down of literally that energy center in my spine?
Well, to that, we want to say blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I'll press on. All right. So here I am in the moment with significant distortion, misshape in my vertebrae.
And to that we want to say blah, blah, blah.
So I was going to say, how can I manifest a healthy straight spine now?
If you would say blah, 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 instead of I have such and such and such and such and such and such, you would stop activating the vibration that is keeping you from the alignment that you are reaching for. In other words, especially someone like you who understands the configuration of the human body in the way you do. As you have your own experience and experience with others, you are launching rockets of desire into your vibrational escrow. And that which you want relative to your own body has already taken shape in the vibrational escrow. And as you stop giving your attention to what is and no longer try to figure out why it happened or how long it has been there, and as you stop that, and really that's the reason that we played with you about it, blah, blah, blah. In other words, really put it into that sort of context. Your desire then will become the dominant vibration and things will begin to come into alignment for you. There is no time that something cannot begin realigning.
Okay. We are complete.
Blah, blah, blah. You get it, don't you? That when you give your attention to something, you activate it. And when you activate something that you don't want, you hold yourself in resistance to something that you do want. And there's such a tendency to believe that I must explain what is going on. And we say, talk about what is going on. When you talk about what is going on and it's not what you want to go on, you keep it active in your vibration. You can't let it go. So it really is a matter of giving your attention. Now, you said something earlier. We want to come back to this because we can feel that it still feels unfinished with you. And that is, you don't get something like that because you are necessarily focused only upon that. In other words, as we said before we took segment of refreshment, that as you're pushing against whatever you're pushing against, you use it as your excuse to not allow the well-being to flow. And when well-being is making an attempt to flow in a very strong pattern and you are not letting it flow, that's when these distortions show up in a stronger way. A woman said to us one day in great annoyance, Abraham, I'm a pretty positive person and I have several bad diseases. And my friend is not nearly as positive as I am and she doesn't have any diseases. I don't think it's fair. And we said, the factor of how fast the energy is flowing is the factor of disease. Can you get that? In other words, the faster the energy is flowing, then the more your resistance shows up. And so when you have something that is going on with you and you're feeling strong emotion about it, or you have a strong physical awareness that shows up in a scoliosis or something else, compliment yourself by saying, I must have one whopping energy stream going, because it's always about the speed of the stream. And when you get it, that it's not about two streams, it's about one stream, and it's about the speed of the stream, and it's about what you're doing in terms of your relationship with the speed of the stream. When you get that and you reach for more and more thoughts that feel good about more and more things, before you know it, you're going with your stream, because you can't slow the stream down. Do you get that? You can't slow the stream down. It was moving pretty fast before you were born, and the more you lived and the more you contributed to your vibrational escrow, the faster the stream is going now. So you don't want to even try to make an effort to slow the stream down. It's too big and you can't. Instead, what you want to do is learn how to let go and go with the flow. Yes. And you're doing that when you feel better. The increasingly better feeling thoughts. So the operative word is, I'm looking for relief. I'm not looking for the best thought ever. I'm looking for relief in this thought. I'm looking for relief in this thought. I'm looking for relief in this thought. And little by little, you find better feeling thoughts. until in time we don't have this discussion. And when we don't have this discussion, that discussion and its ensuing resistance factor is gone.
Okay, I'm probably belaboring the point, but one last question. Could something like this have started by a short-lived time frame in my childhood? Or is it like, as you say, when you're born, it starts and it grows over years? Do you know?
Well, we'll answer this question, and it will be satisfying to you. From what we can feel in your vibration right now, you wouldn't get something like that started from where you are now. But the vibration that you've got going on right now can keep it going. Good to know, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So a slight adjustment in your vibration now can bring about alignment, but the alignment that we want you to shoot for. And this is so analogous. In other words, we love the way this is all fitting together for you. Look for vibrational alignment, not for physical alignment. Don't look for the bone adjustment. Look for the vibrational adjustment. The other day, Esther was getting ready for a gathering like this. And as she was sitting to meditate, she could feel a stiffness in her neck. It was as if she had slept wrong on her pillow. And she'd used a different pillow, and her neck felt stiff. And she could turn it all the way this way easily, but only partially this way. And so she was not discussing this with us. She just sat to meditate, as she always does before coming down for one of these gatherings. And as she sat and released her consciousness and allowed us to begin flowing, she noticed the movement that we were offering, and we moved her head all the way this way and that way, and then all the way this way, and then that way, and then all the way this way, and then that way, and then all the way this way, and then that way. And then she began feeling muscles within her body moving. She even began feeling muscles in her feet. She realized that we were giving her a vibrational alignment. In other words, literally manipulating muscles within her body. And as she sat there for 10 minutes, when she got up, she had full mobility. In other words, all of the stiffness was gone. Now, what we're saying to you, that sounds like a physical adjustment, and was, but it would not have been possible without Esther's releasing and relaxing into absolute compliance with the energy that is us. And so that is the thing that we're wanting you to understand. When you are understanding vibrational alignment, and when you understand cellular response to vibrational alignment, then you understand real healing, you see. And everything else is like surgery with a chainsaw in comparison.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.